Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 5:30. Can I get a roll call, please?
President Joey Acuña Jr.,
Here.
Vice President Jocelyn Vargas,
Here.
Clerk Silvia Paz, Trinidad Arredondo,
Present.
Adonis Galarza Toledo,
Here.
Valerie Garcia,
Here.
Jesus Gonzalez,
Here.
Student Trustee Jennifer Sarabia.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Mr. Gonzalez, would you? do the honor?
Please rise and face the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, good. We already did the roll call. Item 2, today we have the featured school, 2.1, Cesar Chavez. Principal, if you would, introduce your guests and our speakers.
Good evening, Board Member Acuña, Board members, Cabinet, audience members, both here as well as those of you joining at home. So I believe this is our first meeting, so Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to 2024, and it is now my honor to welcome the principal of Cesar Chavez Elementary School, Dr. Ignacio Ramirez, and he is accompanied by a couple of his ASB students. They will be highlighting what is happening at Cesar Chavez School today.
Thank you, Ms. Gutierrez. So good evening, Board President Acuña, Vice President Vargas, Board of Trustees, Student Trustee, Dr. Valentino, Superintendent and Cabinet, distinguished guests. My name is Ignacio Ramirez, and I am the proud principal of Cesar Chavez Elementary School. I truly appreciate the opportunity to showcase our school in a small and brief way. Let me start by introducing 3 of our amazing young leaders who in this brief time have truly managed to impress me with their willingness to lead and be involved. We have our co-presidents, ASB co-presidents, Marbella Raya and Franklin Guevara, our ASB Vice President, Celeste Castro, and also with us this evening is Dr. Mega Green, our interim assistant principal, I apologize, and she's also our PVIS coordinator. At Cesar Chavez, we have a robust dual language program that is implemented K-6. This is a program that allows our students to become literate in 2 languages by the time they leave our school. We implement AVID school-wide with a focus on organization for success. We have the Carnegie STEM Excellence Program, which in partnership with the Riverside County Office of Education provides students with opportunities to explore their curiosity via a wonder wall and a STEAM lab where students can explore their wonders. We have an incredible extended learning program that my school officers will be sharing with you in just a bit. And we implement PVIS school-wide in order to support our students and recognize their contributions to a safe, respectful, and responsible school environment. Academics are a priority at our school, and I'll invite our student body leader to share her experiences at Cesar Chavez.
Good evening, my name is Marbella Araya. I'm in 6th grade. I am in the dual language program and I'm the ASB co-president. One thing I've picked up from all the years I've been at Cesar Chavez Elementary School is that if there is one thing that our teachers prioritize is language arts. For example, our first subject of the day is language arts, and at the end of the day, we use iReady reading, which really comes to show our usage when it comes to reading. Our teachers emphasize writing using name it, verb it, finish it, so that we can write complete sentences with evidence or explaining our reasoning. We work on reading comprehension by using close reading strategies such as numbering our paragraphs, marking the text, circling vocabulary words we don't understand, and writing questions when we don't understand the reading. Some of the many apps we use to boost us up in reading are iReady, Read 180, Mayan, Epic, and IXL reading comprehension. During my 6 years of language arts, I have learned how to really comprehend and process every sentence in a text. Some of the tests we take to ensure we are at grade level in language arts are the iReady Reading Diagnostic Test and IABs. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Marbella Araya, estoy en sexto grado, estoy en el programa de lenguaje dual y soy la copresidente de ASB. Una cosa que ha aprendido de todos los años que he estado en la escuela primaria César Chávez es que si hay algo que nuestros maestros priorizan es artes del lenguaje. Por ejemplo, nuestra primera materia del día es artes del lenguaje y al final del día volvemos a artes del lenguaje para usar la lectura iReady. Nuestros maestros enfatizan la escritura usando nómbralo, verbo y termínalo, para que podamos escribir oraciones completas con evidencia o explicando nuestro razonamiento. Trabajamos la comprensión lectora mediante el uso de estrategias de lectura, como numerar nuestros párrafos, marcar el texto, rodear con un círculo las palabras del vocabulario que no entendemos y escribir preguntas cuando no entendemos la lectura. Algunas de las muchas aplicaciones que utilizamos para mejorar nuestra lectura son iReady, Read 180, Mayan, Epic y Excel. Durante mis 6 años de artes del lenguaje, aprendí a comprender y procesar realmente cada oración de un texto. Algunas de las pruebas que tomamos para asegurarnos de que estamos al nivel de grado en artes del lenguaje son la prueba de diagnóstico de lectura iReady y los IABs.
Good evening, my name is Franklin Guevara. At Cesar Chavez Elementary School, we focus on math a lot. For example, in math, we learn a lot of different ways to solve math problems. We use strategies like 3-column notes, create models to represent math problems, and identify patterns. We learn how to use the order of operations properly to solve math problems. We are required to learn our basic math in order to be able to solve algebra and geometry problems. In math, there are different apps that can help us, such as iReady Math, IXL, and King of Math. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Franklin Guevara. En la escuela primaria César Chávez nos concentramos mucho en las matemáticas. Por ejemplo, en matemáticas aprendemos muchas formas diferentes de resolver problemas matemáticos. Utilizamos estrategias como notas de 3 columnas, creamos modelos para representar problemas matemáticos e identificar patrones. Aprendemos a usar el orden de operaciones correctamente para resolver problemas matemáticos. Estamos obligados a aprender nuestras matemáticas básicas para poder resolver problemas de álgebra y geometría. En matemáticas hay diferentes aplicaciones que pueden ayudarnos como iReady Math, IXL y King of Math.
Hello, my name is Celeste Castro and I'm the ASB Vice President. At Cesar Chavez School, we have an extensive after-school program to choose from so the students can have an opportunity to try new things. We have drumline, upper arts, K1, mini sports, upper sports, cheer, mini cheer, mariachi, baile folclórico, the Sunrise program, which is for the parents who go into work early, and STEAM Lab, which takes place in the mornings and afternoons. Our staff encourages us to do our best and focus on what we are good at instead of dispiriting us on what we can't do. We attend as many tournaments as we can to keep us motivated, and we are rewarded with field trips, awards, and PBIS points.
Thank you very much, and I just wanted to commend my students for coming in here and speaking, and that they are an example of the product of a dual language program. And just wanted to finalize with, we at Cesar Chavez, we like recognizing the whole child. So we have frequent celebrations to recognize students for Student of the Month, attendance, positivity awards, academic Olympics, PBIS rewards, as they mentioned, as well as recognize when they complete their independent STEAM projects. Thank you very much again for your time, and have a great night.
Good evening, and next we have from West Shores High School and Middle School, we have the Wildcats. So introducing them would be the principal, Olivia Mayorato, and we have Dr. Josh DeFeo, assistant principal at West Shores. Here we are.
Good evening, President Joey Acuña. Good evening, esteemed board members, cabinet, and Superintendent Valentino, student trustee, our student trustee, Jennifer Sarabia, and all of our guests here tonight. My name's Olivia Mejorado, and I am the absolute proud principal of West Shores Middle High School. And we are honored to be here tonight to highlight a few, because we have so many amazing things going on at West Shores. Highlight a few of the amazing things that are going on. And I think for that, I am going to allow our students to speak to that and allow them to introduce themselves as well.
Good evening, board members and cabinet. My name is Naelia Costa, and I am a sophomore at West Shores.
Good evening, board members and cabinets. My name is Delilah, and I'm an 8th grader at West Shores.
Good evening, board members and cabinet. I am Mariela Gonzalez, and I am a freshman at West Shores.
At West Shores, we are creating a positive culture by offering a variety of opportunities to students to engage and connect to the school community. AUSB focuses on supporting clubs and activities. For example, we have pep rallies, school events, games during lunch, spirit weeks, dances, and much more. Lean Crew is a new program at our school where every single freshman student has an upperclassman that checks in on them frequently. The athletics program offers volleyball, football, basketball, soccer, track and field, cross country, and softball. And I would love to share that my volleyball team was just named CIF All-Academic Team. We have the Wellness Center that provides social and emotional support to students in need. Our brand new College and Career Center has brought in speakers from different universities and careers, helps with college applications, FAFSA applications, resumes, and so much more. It provides opportunities for students to explore their different options for the future. Our Sinachli and Joven Nobles circles provides a safe place for our students to process emotions, socialize, and heal. Ever since coming back to campus as an 8th grader, I feel like our overall campus environment has improved immensely. All of these programs I mentioned have helped everyone to feel safer, be more outgoing, participate, and improve school pride. Thank you.
Today, I am proud to highlight our school's academic achievements. In AVID, our teachers recently had a professional development about literacy strategies to help us students increase our understandings and knowledge of the subjects, which is important for our college and career readiness. AVID is a place where students can work together and help each other with many things, and we get to go to many universities and colleges to get the idea of what it's like going there. It helps us with the careers we want. And the upperclassmen tutored the lowerclassmen with the TRFs, which helps us students with any questions we need help with. With iReady, when our students have been scoring higher than their last score, we have been proud of ourselves. Scoring higher and getting higher grade levels is something West Shores encourages students to do. And the iReady lessons help students get better scores and helps us in our understandings. Our Wildcat English learners have made the highest percent of progress in the entire Coachella Valley. We thank our teachers and staff for the support, and we are so proud of our Wildcats. Our high school is offering more college-level classes that will help open doors for higher learning and better prepare for our students' higher education. Lastly, our school got the Computer Science Diversity Award, demonstrating our dedication to inclusivity in the field of tech.
These are the following events and programs that have positively influenced our students, parents, and the wider community. To begin with, the partnership with Find Food Bank has helped many people out there in the community. Families who sometimes are low income or not able to go out to the city. Find Food Bank has been a lifesaver for some families, so no family goes hungry to bed. We recently had our campus beautification day where the community and students helped transform spaces throughout the school to further the welcoming environment for our students. College and career nights have been a great way to show parents what their kids are learning about and make sure students and parents are being guided through FAFSA and college applications with hands-on workshops to make informed decisions about the students' academic and professional journeys. Another opportunity where West Shores has continued to open its doors to families to be able to experience a little bit of our campus is through parent engagement. To involve parents in resources, workshops, and discussions to work together in making West Shores a better school campus for their kids. Dia de los Muertos is a very colorful carnival when West Shores open doors for all families to come to enjoy what students prepare for them to have fun, make memories, and be able to see the great projects that students have created. This day was also an incredible way to celebrate and show the cultural diversity. We're also very excited with the work our community is doing to try to make our school a community school, to make sure we provide what our community deserves. Through our community engagement initiatives that have involved collaborations with local organizations, West Shores has been able to help address and highlight community needs. Thank you.
And as someone that says the announcements every day at our school, I'd like to say, don't forget to follow our school page at West Shores Wildcats, where we post updates for upcoming events and pictures of activities. And remember, today's the day. Attitude is everything. The choice is always yours. Si se puede.
Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed. I am absolutely proud of our 3 Wildcats tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That was great. Both schools. Great job. Moving on, closed session public comments. Do we have any written closed session public comments?
None were submitted, no, sir.
Okay, I do have one in person, so let me go ahead and read our little thing here. Closed session public comment announcement. This is an opportunity for members of the public to address the governing board regarding any closed session item within the board's subject jurisdiction matter. Please complete a request to address the governing board form and hand it to the recording secretary. The online form submitted electronically will be read. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per person with a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. We have one, Mr. Sergio Durant, please.
Good evening, everyone. I actually placed 2. One, I'll try to get both of them in the time I'm speaking, but as you may know, we were in negotiations last week. We're almost out to 11 o'clock, almost there to 11 o'clock, and I would say I'd like to personally thank Dr. Esparza for being there and working with us to help and invest in our, basically in our employees. And by investing in our employees, you're investing in your school district. You know, we always get this black label that we have all these buses down, but we're hurting. We don't have the manpower to get there, and thanks to her work, thank you, Mayela, too. Thank you for working with us, finding the money, because it's always, I understand it's always about the money, but we're trying out there, doing our best. It's difficult, but we've never given up, and with this language, with this agreement, It shows that you, as a board, haven't given up on us either, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. And I also want to talk about something that's going to be voted on as far as money. My understanding is whenever you allocate, you ask for money, anything over $10,000, you have to go before the board. And so under item 10.3, they're going to ask for money, but that money has already been spent. And when I mean that is we have buses, we have a lot of buses, and some of these are engines, and they were sent out to this company upwards of $30,000 each. And I could tell you, as someone that's been rebuilding engines, I do run there. My title doesn't hold it, don't allow me, but in time it will, and I've assisted, and I always do my engines for my business because I want to make sure that they don't break down. But we spent $30,000. They didn't even wash the engines. All they did is rebuilt the engine and charged us $30,000. They didn't replace any hoses. They didn't do any thermostats. They didn't do the radiators. They didn't fix any leaks. We do all that because we want our engines to last at least 10 years. None of that was done on these motors. We have one of these engines, buses, that the engine already went out. It's passing oil. So it can't be sent back until the company's paid so they can warranty it. So that bus is parked there doing nothing like it was before. By the way, that would have been an unfair labor, but thanks to a good negotiating team, we were able to make that go away. We understand that not everything's about money. We want to make sure that our kids, our students have the ability to get to school and back safely. And so that's kind of what we did last Friday. We worked together, we got it done. But I'm asking you that if we're going to be spending money like that on outside contractors and not hold them accountable and not hold people accountable when they don't follow the rules, because we're held accountable when we have to, we're going to try to pass a bond. And as a taxpayer, that's kind of a sad part for me that I may not be able to swallow that unless we do something about this. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Seeing nothing else, can I get a motion to go into closed session?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We'll be back at approximately 7:30. Okay, welcome back. I apologize for the delay. There was a motion and a second to return into open session. The motion carried 6-0. There was no action taken in closed session? Oh, yes, there was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we report what was out in closed session?
Yeah, the board took action, the following action in closed session: approved expulsion case number 22/23-006 for clear reinstatement. Motion was made by trustee Gonzalez, seconded by trustee Arredondo. Motion carried 6-0. The board took action in closed session, approved expulsion case number 22/23-004 for clear reinstatement. Motion made by trustee Gonzalez, seconded by trustee Arredondo. Motion carried 6-0. And the last item, the board took action in closed session, approved expulsion case number 22/23-013 for clear reinstatement. Motion was made by trustee Gonzalez, seconded by trustee Arredondo. Motion carried 6-0. That's it.
All right, thank you. Moving on, approval of agenda submitted. Have a motion. Do I hear a second?
I have a second. If we could just move up an item.
Second, well, my motion would include the amendment added by Mr. Arredondo.
Okay.
So could,
Is Mr. Durant still here, or did he leave? He's gone? Okay. He had a item to talk about that particular issue, I think. So, but I think he addressed it earlier in his other statement, so I just want to make sure there wasn't someone in the public that want to talk on that issue. We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I'm sorry, student trustee?
So for Coachella Valley High School.
No. Do we approve? the
Oh,
adopted
yes.
agenda? Sorry.
Sorry.
so we're, just to clarify, we're moving up 11.1.
Yeah. So, thank you. We're going to move item 11.1 up so we can accommodate one of the board members who needs to leave. So item 11.1, HR Director, Assistant Sup Maria McLeod, approval of the tentative agreement between Coachella Valley Teachers Association and the Coachella Valley Unified School District dated December 19th, 2023.
Oh, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Student trustee?
I approve.
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. We're still 6, yeah. 6-0 and 7 with the student trustee. Thank you, Ms. Arredondo. Take care. Okay, going back to our normal agenda. Item 5.1, board notification, request to address the board. And we do have a couple of them. Do we have some written ones as well? Okay. Introductory comments and requests to address the board on items on the adopted agenda and items not on the adopted agenda will be considered from the audience at this time. Please complete a request to address the governing board form and hand it in to the recording secretary. The online form submitted electronically will be read. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per person with a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. Additionally, the person making the request should state his or her name and the name of the organization or group represented. Please be advised that the board is not always at liberty to answer questions right away. State law prohibits the board from taking any action on items not listed on the agenda. Would you like to read the ones coming in?
There was none submitted electronically.
Okay, perfect. So we have 3 people, and I think you're all here for the same one. Let's start with Adriana Terán. Put that a little closer. Pull it down a little bit so you can. There you go.
There? Okay. Hi, I'm Adriana Turan with Comité Cívico del Valle. Unfortunately, my colleagues had to go just due to time, but I appreciate the opportunity and the time designated for us to chat or for me to be able to present to you today. A part of my job is I am the Air Notification Program Coordinator, and a part of that is bringing awareness and education about our Salton Sea and the impacts. It is a partnership with the California Natural Resources Agency and the Department of Water Resources. And what we do is just try to bring in community, educate them about our air quality and what that kind of puts us at a risk for. There are multiple projects that we like to discuss, but a big portion of this and why I'm coming to you today is to bring awareness of the amazing resource we have. Right now, currently, we have some schools in the Imperial County, and I think that they do really great. This is a great resource for schools to be able to show the air quality each day and what that could possibly pose as risk to families. However, this is more of just a resource and an educational tool just to know and to be able to inform our families about what the air quality looks like that day. It is completely free program to be a part of, and it inspires youth to take charge in environmental efforts, maybe give them inspiration. It's a great resource just for families to look up into information. A part of it is it's completely voluntary, so each school can participate willingly or not. And so, like, again, we just wanted to come out, maybe present this opportunity, just sharing the resource, and just hope that we have the opportunity maybe to present and to give you further information about it, as we just have seen so many good success stories with it. But that was all today. I just wanted to kind of present that, share with you that we have this amazing program. And if you would like to know more, we would be absolutely willing and happy to share that.
What's the name of the program?
So it is the Air Notification School Flag Program. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thank you so much.
Moving on. Item 6.1, written communications. Do we have any written communications?
None.
Student trustee report.
For the Coachella Valley High School Behavioral Health, students are planning and preparing the teen dating awareness campaigns to raise awareness to healthy and unhealthy relationship patterns, as well as providing resources for how to get help. Puente Pride. We are excited to announce that our Puente Club officers continue to work together to create events so all of our members can join in celebration to build community. Field trips are in planning for freshmen and sophomore members. Major shout out to our Puente Club officers putting in work to make this happen. Wrestling. DLV finals will be held in the Coachella Valley Gym this Saturday, with many of the team members looking to win league in their respective weights and secure a spot for themselves at CIF. At West Shores High School, congratulations to the girls soccer team for winning against Julian and Borrego Springs. They currently have a record of 2-1 in league. College and Career Center. On January 16th, San Bernardino came to give an informational FAFSA night for students and parents. They helped them complete their FAFSA application and navigated them through the process. Cosmetology students started learning how to invest and maximize profits, enhancing both their communication skills and confidence. They delve into understanding hair products tailored to their needs, explore various hair types, and master facials, nails, and hair techniques with a focus on creativity. This also helps enhance individuals' appearance and boost self-esteem through compliments. Life skills are woven into the curriculum. Beyond beauty, the course equips students with practical skills for their daily lives, making it a comprehensive learning experience. The program's appeal lies in its freedom for expressive creativity, allowing students to showcase their talents and accomplishments. At Desert Mirage, counselors hosted FAFSA and DREAM Act application workshops for all seniors, along with focusing on their graduation requirements. Desert Mirage has the greatest number of concurrent enrolled students. With College of the Desert, all of their students have been receiving guidance to navigate accelerated winter courses as others prepare for upcoming spring courses. Books are being actively requested to purchase through the district for courses requiring them. Our Puentista, Karen Magniada, has received the prestigious Questbridge Scholarship by matching with her #1 choice, Pomona College. She will be receiving a full academic scholarship of $83,000 a year for the next 4 years to cover all tuition and housing costs. Congratulations to the boys for their win against Cathedral City this past January 17th with a score of 2-1. For La Familia, for quarter one, 115 students finished the quarter with a GPA or higher. Of those 43 students, they have a 3.0 or higher, and 7 of them have a 4.0 or higher. Friday Nightlife has several upcoming visits planned, including a food truck. The La Familia Wellness Center is busy helping students focus on making good choices and prioritizing their health and well-being. The Wellness Center team is also teamed up with the Latino Commission therapists to meet regularly to collaborate and on meeting the effective needs of La Familia Lobos. That'd be it.
I know, I heard you have finals, so anytime you need to leave, anytime you need to leave, feel free to go. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item 6.3, board member reports, board requests for future board meeting agenda items. We'll start with Mr. Galarza.
Thanks, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Just wanted to welcome everybody, give everybody a warm welcome. Happy New Year. Hope everybody is recharged and ready to go. This week, actually, it's been a pretty busy week. Yesterday, I did join Live to Rise. I was invited to join their action planning meeting. They had a very extensive planning meeting where we were able to represent our constituents, both farm workers and students, and professional adults, making sure that that these perspectives are included in the development of their strategy as they look to house or build 10,000 units of housing by 2028. So it's good. Thank you.
Okay. Board member.
Happy New Year to everyone. I know you're wrapping up first semester and it feels like second semester always goes by really quickly. So good luck to all the students who are done all their hard work and are gonna wait for their acceptance letters, hopefully, and have the decisions to make. I'm also very happy to hear that we were able to settle with both labor groups. I hope that the message is that you're essential to us and all the work that you do with our students and our community, and that you're valued. So happy to hear that. I hope the CSEA goes through so that we can also vote on that one. Yeah, stay healthy. I know there's so much going out there with our students. My little one keeps coming home sick, so hopefully you're all able to stay healthy because we need you all there, and our students. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Board Member Gonzalez.
Sure. I too would like to congratulate both unions. It was exciting that through the hard work of Dr. Esparza that we were able to negotiate in a climate that has a long history of mistrust. And I think if something was achieved in these negotiations was not only a settlement, but a sense of trust going forward. And I think it's going to become front and center as we face challenges with the grim reports that we're getting from the state. And so I think it's going to take this board, our team to work closely with the union so that we understand exactly the challenges that are before us. And I think if we're working together, I don't believe there's anything that can't be solved. Mr. Acuna, I like to request information on money that has been spent in relationship to architects, engineers, and consultants as it relates to our facilities. And with the challenges that I know we have before us, I'd like to ask that this type of spending stop, and that any kind of spending going forward, that it come before this board, maybe through the facilities committee, so that we understand what we're getting for all these people that we're hiring.
Yeah, I'll be brief. I appreciate everyone at the negotiation table. Folks already kind of commented on that, but yeah, really appreciate the hard work. I know they're lengthy conversations, so Thank you to everyone. I had the opportunity to join a couple committee meetings, the Head Start Policy Committee meeting. I joined briefly the LCAP Advisory Committee presentation yesterday, I think. And so I'm a little excited. I'm very excited to hear, the surveys and the way in which we're looking to engage the community. So really appreciate staff. I heard a goal of, 100% participation. So I really want to thank staff to setting the bar high, essentially. Like we really should be working to 100% participation engagement at our school sites, and really working with everyone, all of our staff to do that. I think is commendable, and really appreciate it. I think we should set that bar for everything. And then lastly, I did join the board curriculum meeting as well. Something that might be coming to the board is maybe a resolution around financial literacy. So either, just reinforcing our commitment as a district to financial literacy, and then looking to see what conversations we can have in the future in preparation for maybe some policy that might require districts to implement or adopt a requirement. So maybe something to come in the coming months.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank West Shores and Cesar Chavez for their presentations, with the students as well. I thought they did a great job. Again, congratulations, as always said. Technically, CSEA still has to ratify, so we're not quite done there yet, but hopefully by the next board meeting, we'll have that on the agenda, and we'll be able to take care of that one as well. So thank you everyone who was involved with that. Just a couple of things. We had a 2x2 meeting with the city of La Quinta. Myself and Mr. Arredondo, superintendent, met with two of their city council members and their city manager. And we just had a discussion. They don't really get involved with us too much. They'd like to change that. They have some housing plans that are going to be more in our district, so they really want to be a partner with us. They express that. They also express that, well, they are taxpayers and they like to know what they're getting for their money, obviously. And so we've talked to them about continuing that discussion. They asked us at the moment how many students from the city of La Quinta actually were in our school district. We didn't know at the time the number was, but I believe the number was 47, right? 47, so they have 47, but again, with their plan building out, and it's not just gated communities or senior living, they're talking about family housing, single family housing in that area as well, plus some of their sphere of influence. Some of those projects can have a significant impact on the school district as well. So they wanted to just reach out and be a partner as we go through the planning and how this is all kind of working. And then they even asked if we could possibly, maybe next time we have something, we can tour them to some of the schools that most of their kids go to. Although it seemed that their kids were spread out, they weren't all located in one area. They're all spread out amongst a bunch of schools for a bunch of different reasons. But I thought it was very positive, and it also reminded us that we probably need to reach out to the city of Indio and the city of Coachella and the county to kind of have our 2x2s with them as well, just to kind of continue that dialogue as we're all kind of going together. As was mentioned, we're going to have some, we saw the budget, the financial difficulties that are probably going to be coming our way for the next few years. I believe we're going to need to work with all our city and our county and all our other districts that we work with, all our other partners, to make sure that we can kind of get through this. Welcome back, even though you guys have been back for a while already. It's our first board meeting, and we're just going to keep moving forward. So thank you. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Acuña. So I just have one item. So the staff and community of the Coachella Valley Unified School District, we're excited to join over 1,000 school districts across California in celebrating the dedicated efforts of board members during School Board Recognition Month. In an era marked by extraordinary challenges impacting every aspect of life, our board members have steadfastly committed to enhancing student mental health and well-being within our district. As elected representatives who form an essential bridge between the school district and the communities, our board members are critical to the success of the Coachella Valley Unified School District. They lay down our district's strategic framework and our vision, allocate resources to areas of greatest need and maintain transparency with the community by tracking progress towards our goals. In this demanding year, our CVUSD Board of Trustees has actively engaged in various initiatives that ensure the progress and growth of our students, as well as their mental health and well-being. So please join me in thanking our board for their commitment to our students, our staff, and our district community. And so there will be some, this will be part of a press release as well, but also track social media for some commendation to our board that is well deserved. So that's all I have, President Acuna, thank you.
Item 7.1, information. Welcome, review of annual 5-year reportable fees report for the fiscal year. That's just an informational item. Does anybody have any questions on that?
No questions.
Anybody have any questions? Good. Okay. Moving on, item 8.1. Superintendent Salcedo, discussion and consider the potential bond issuance. I know there's stuff in our board packet that everybody can look and read, and I think for the purposes, I was the one that asked to put this on there for the purposes of not keeping you here any longer than we need to. I wanted to start off the conversation basically by saying, in speaking with community members and other things that are happening, I just feel that the support, I think many are willing. I don't believe the support is there. And in an effort not to spend any more money than we have to, I wanted to kind of get just direction. This is not an action. This is just a direction, a presentation of where the board is feeling about moving forward with this bond. I do not feel that even if we put it, that it would pass. I just have a large concern with many people that I've talked to who are supportive of us and want to do this, but they're still hesitant. So I think in some ways, this tough budget year, things that are happening, we kind of need to get everything in order and then possibly go talk to them later on. So that's just kind of my kind of thought. So I was just going to kind of poll the board in general. And if it's not there, then we've never voted to support it or voted to oppose it. So this is not really a vote, it's just a direction. And if the direction is not there, we can just stop and quit spending money.
I concur, Mr. Acuna.
Mr. Galarza?
I agree.
In light of where we are going to have to be with the budget the next 3 years, I'm fine with tabling this for now.
Okay, so just that's kind of the direction of the board. Again, it's not doesn't necessarily be a vote, but because we never supported it to begin with, but we would just cease. We're going to revisit at a different time, so cease any expenditures that we have going forward to that. Okay, moving on. Next item, Dr. Esparza, Local Control and Accountability Plan Mid-Year Update. I know it's a lot, but briefly, if you would.
Very brief. Very brief. And before I start, I'd like to each board member with
More reading material.
this is something that will be going to parents. It's in English and in Spanish, and wanted you to be able to use that. As I present to the board and I present to the community, our parents are not always informed of what the LCAP is. And so I found it important as well as my staff to ensure that our parents are getting the information. And so this is something that'll be sent to every parent, not just for this LCAP, but next year for the new LCAP. And it'll be based on when we write the LCAP and it is published and approved by the board, that we would have this document made.
Question, is there a Spanish version?
There's a Spanish version.
Got it.
And so with that, we are going to start. Can you see that? It's not on that screen, but it's on these screens here. And so you saw this slide a few months ago in October when I presented at the beginning of the year in regards to LCAP. And so this is the mid-year review. This is the budget that is within the LCAP, and there are the budgets in green for each LCAP goal. This is the goal for goal 1. This is the budget. And what we did is we added the action item, the budget. The last time I went over only positions. This time you're getting the extra service amounts, the contract amounts, the other amounts, and indirect. And you can see that other and indirect costs are at the bottom of the slide. Those are the total expenses. And for this area, we are in the green with the remaining balance. You will see some areas where there's red, and that's because we have not added the carryover at that point yet. And this is something that will be taken care of before the end of the year. Those are all, everything in goal 1 that's red will be paid out with whatever is left over in goal 1. This is goal 2. Here is the budget. This one's a lot lengthier, and it's a lot lengthier because of the goal, and the goal in academics, making sure that we address the multi-tiered systems of support. The broad course of study is many things. So 2.2A, for those who don't know what the broad course of study is, those are our different programs that we have at the schools, our dual language programs, our VAPA programs, our AVID programs, our Puente programs. All these different programs are within that one 2.2A course of study. And budget for goal 2 continues. And we still have close to $24 million there for the remainder of this school year. Here is goal 3, and this is to increase engagement and collaboration among students, parents, and staff. Of course, you all know that we just increased our parent liaisons to 8 hours, fully benefited employees at our schools. We also have our communications area here, and this is communications throughout the district, not just through our communications department, but things that are sent out to all our Parent Square system, and a lot of other things. Our community partnerships are in here as well, and we also still have a balance of $3 million here. This is the total LCFF funding. And so LCFF is everything. LCFF is the big budget, and then LCAP is a piece within the LCFF, is within our budgets. And so as you can see there, we have our district budget, our LCAP adoption. We have our district first interim that took place in December, and then we have the differences on the side. And so we're at a positive right now with those differences. And those are soon to be, going away, because we have this whole 5 months left where we know that all of this needs to be used for all of the different items that we've been talking about as we create our new budget, and that are going to have things like the raises on them. That's it. That was very brief. And if you have any questions, please know that I also provided the board with an itemized document, and that itemized document has the expenses, and it also has where they come from, what budget they're from. And if there's anything more that you need, please let me know.
Anybody have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 9.1, requesting approval of revision to preschool sub-award agreement, California Department of Education 2023 through 2024, originally submitted on 6/8/23. Questions on that?
A motion.
I have a motion. Do I need to have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. See no further questions. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 9.2, requesting approval to contract with Scholar Systems LLC for leadership coaching and professional empowerment program.
A motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? Any comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10.1, Authorization to purchase 10 buses to replace and expand the special needs fleet by piggybacking off of Waterford Unified School District bid number 01/22. Any questions on this? Information needed on this? You have to quiet.
Yeah, I'll motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. I guess my only issue or question is, I know that this is what the buses cost, but do we have to then put all our stuff on it?
No.
Or is it pretty much already done?
Yes, it's pretty much done. They're done.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because I know sometimes when we buy them, we have to put
Like
all
the
our stuff
security
on them, all
vehicles,
the
yeah.
other things.
No,
So I
this
just wanted
is
to
a-
make sure that this was like an all-in number.
Yes.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10.2, authorization to purchase 45 compressed natural gas hoses to replace the CNG slow filling stations that we have over in Transportation Department. Any questions on this?
Yeah, I'll motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10.3, approval to open the purchase order for labor with RWC Group for bus engine repairs. I believe this is the issue that the gentleman was speaking about earlier today. Before we ask for a motion, has this work already been done?
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically after the fact. That was an emergency to get it done, and this is after the fact.
This is, yes.
Mr. Cunha, I do have a question. Is there a reason we haven't paid this company?
Because we had to bring it to for board approval.
Okay,
We
so
put
once
in-
we pay them, I understand the bus is non-operational, correct?
That's what Sergio mentioned. So I have to follow up with Steve to see what's going on, but there will be, if they didn't fix it, they will fix it.
Okay, so basically after, assuming that this gets approved, we're gonna act on paying them, and then we're gonna take, or they'll pick up the bus?
Yes.
Okay, I motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10.4, approval to install 6 new cameras at the Coachella Valley High School. I believe they talked about this at one of the last, was it the facilities? Or what was it? Conversation about this?
Yeah, well, I mean, they were looking, it's an old discussion.
Right, fixing some of the cameras that were broken and
The
putting in
stuff on
new
the
ones
roadway,
over on the
yeah.
Van Buren
Yeah.
side of the thing.
Van Buren.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10.5, authorization to award contract bid number 168-2024FB, CDBG grant, or CDBG project 4.266.21, John Kelly Elementary School Play Structure Addition.
A motion?
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We already did 11.1. Moving on to 11.2. Approval of MOU between Coachella Valley Teachers Association and Coachella Valley Unified School District regarding bereavement leave.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11.3, approval of memorandum of understanding between CVUSD and CSEA, Chapter 109, regarding the new health services technician 2 job classification.
A motion.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? I had a question. You have a question?
I was just reading on the background. It said it referred to the attendance resource liaison, but so this is for the health services technician, right? It has nothing to do with the liaison?
This is for the health services technician in regards to the COVID notification and OSHA requirements.
So in the background, it was just maybe a typo or something.
So, okay, I'm sorry, do you have anything else?
No.
No, my only question was, again, this is kind of a job classification. This is not new employees. This is simply, or is this new employees?
This is the contracted employees that we have.
Right.
It went from 50 to 8, and now we're down to 4.
Right,
So
that's what I'm
these are-
saying. It's not
yes.
anything new.
No,
It's just
nothing new.
simply reduction of where we're at.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I do have a question, Ms. McLeod. This is mandated, correct?
This is mandated. This is
yeah.
to do the requirements for OSHA.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11.4, approval of provisional internship permit request for teacher April Rodriguez.
A motion?
Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or any clarification that people need? Pretty basic there. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11.5, approval for revision to job description for licensed vocational nurse. This is a reclassification. This is not new employees. This is simply reclassifying the current ones that are already
I motion?
there. I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further questions?
I do have a comment. I just wanted to confirm that with purpose, right? They're being reclassified because of qualification?
We're adding additional requirements.
Okay. My motion stands.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 11.6, approval of memorandum of understanding between CVUSD and CSCA Chapter 109 regarding the new job position for paraeducators behavioral support wellness center.
I motion.
Motion, do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Anybody have any questions? Again, my question is the same. Are these actual new positions or are these reclassifications?
No, these are actually employees that are in the position already, but the job description did not match what they're doing in the wellness center. So we wanted to make sure that those positions the job description does match what they are doing at the wellness center.
Okay, perfect. You're seeing the trend here. I'm going to ask every time if these are new or existing employees. So seeing, anybody else have any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11.7, approval of memorandum of understanding between CVUSD and CSCA Chapter 109 regarding the new job position for district attendance resource liaison.
Motion?
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second, and this is actually a new position, correct? All right. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Consent calendar. All
Mr.
matters
Acuna?
listed under the consent calendar are considered by the board. Did I miss something?
9.2.
I'm sorry. Which one?
9.2, the scholar system.
9.2? I thought I did that one.
we did that.
Did we do that one? Yeah, we did 9.2.
We did, okay.
Yeah, we did that one.
I was told
Reading
they
them,
did.
I got my glasses on, I'm trying to keep track here. Okay. Consent calendar. All matters listed under the consent calendar are considered by the board to be routine and will be acted upon in one motion. There will be no discussion of these items prior to the time the board considers the motion unless members of the board or staff request specific items to be discussed and or removed from the consent calendar, in which event the items will be considered separately. Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Assistant Superintendent of Business and Finance, and Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources recommend approval of all consent calendar items.
I motion to approve the consent calendar, respecting anybody wanting to pull an individual item.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Anybody want to pull any items?
I want to discuss 1412.
Yeah, you want to pull?
That's called pulling.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pull 1412. And then I just wanted to make a brief comment. I didn't get into the weeds about it but with all the changes and the reclassification, I want to just reiterate the thing about making sure that extra services is necessary and not just simply adding on to what we have. We have and the reason for that is we have the new parent liaisons. Obviously, they're 8-hour. They're going to be doing a lot of the community work that we used to kind of do a lot of extra services. So we want to make sure there's not, as board member, am requesting that we don't have overlap on that we make sure that what we're asking for, what they're asking for from the sites and from the district is absolutely necessary to what we're doing. That's it. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Now to your item. Your question?
Yeah, so with the multi-year, I'm not comfortable with multi-year. I understand that it says that the contract would reflect 1 year, but then I don't see why we don't continue it out just annually. We're going to be in continued conversations about 3-year projections, all these things. It doesn't make sense to me why we would approve a multi-year when we're going to be looking down the line, right? It just feels more fiscally responsible to every year.
So these are ongoing funds. They have services tied to them for an amount. And really the idea is to facilitate the process of issuing the contracts for the services and the payments. If we have them for multiple years, it doesn't delay from 1 year to the other, from changes in when we have the peaks. So it's really just about that, knowing that the funds are available. So it's not just one-time dollars, but some of them are ongoing dollars because we're using the ELOP funding.
And I do understand that,
Okay.
but again, I see the issue you're trying to remedy, but I don't think this is the way to do that. I think there are better ways to work on requisitions than this.
And it really does. So similar to when we have, I think in one of our meetings, some of the principals were asking about the program that we're adding right now in the Math Genie, the tutoring, the Generation Genius. So it's comparable to where we have extra services that we are going to be providing for teachers or overtime with staff, where it's an allocation of an amount. And in this case, it's going to be, after school, so it's a limited time period. But having multiple hours allows them to use multiple individuals. So similar to this, it gives the flexibility of being able to use multiple individuals, just keeping with the amount that is budgeted. So it still goes through the approval process, and we still make sure that the funding is there. This just happens to be multi-year, and the other one is the program itself, different sites, and for just that program. So.
I understand all of that. I don't like the liability that it opens us up to. So I'm not okay with the multi-year.
Mr. Cunha, motion to approve 14.2.
Wait a second.
Second.
Motion in a second. Any other comments?
I'm clear on, I'm not okay with it.
We've had periods, I think this was on a previous, where we, was there supposed to be a list of specific individuals?
So at the last one, there were lists on there, but this, in the way that we've been talking about moving this forward, we're not adding names because we're not giving that person the multi-year contract. It's just the positions that will be kind of funded for multi-year. So it's for those multi-year, it's services for those multi-year. It's kind of like, for example, if we have
Because we have separate contracts for the individuals.
yes. If we use another budget, if we had Esther, we don't hire that same teacher every 3 years or that same paraeducator every 3 years. It's the multi-year, it's the fund. But we also need to, we didn't add like I said, the list because we don't have them moving with these contracts. It could be somebody who works for 6 months or somebody works for 1 year, and then they would be offered the position again.
See no more discussions. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries 4-1. Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm getting there. No. Closed session is not necessary, so I have a motion, I have a second, I have an eager group here. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned at 9:11 PM. Thank you, everyone. Have the good.